Hiya, Blazing Stars. Yeah, I just thought I just so yeah, I was just trying to try to go YouTube live, let's go live together, because I was invited so when I saw on YouTube, I haven't seen for ages, and I thought, hey, let's go live, because YouTube is kind of a bit bullshit. Sorry my language, but like when you put chat, say, you can contact me like email, and it would delete within seconds, and I don't know if, because I think they really wanted, you know speak each other's truth a little bit, and because they're very spiritual people, and I thought, well, I'm going to try to go live to see if they can come in, because I was, after the live, I tried to put email. I don't know what's going on, so I don't know. But I just felt like after I had a private live session um with someone, and I was saying, because they're like me, really believe in God, and about divine purpose and stuff, and I was like saying, that basically I don't know why I'm just on this tablet. Sorry to go off subjects. I know it's an ADD thing, but I just don't like the fact that, oh yeah, okay, I can stop that feature, because there's a YouTube feature where you can show filters. I don't like filters, to be honest with you. That's me anyway. I'm not really much of a YouTube or Instagram or anything, filters, unless it's for creative. But I just think, encourage people to be real anyway. So I was like discussing on my live, after having a live private session with someone, um, that I paid with to talk. And basically, I was telling her, I just feel like this and that, and said, well, yes, I'm also, my YouTube channel does this and blah blah, and I know what it is. God is putting us this. This is like Jesus, where those who true follow of God, that they have this situation, and you just have to just do what you're supposed to do, what God asks you to do, and that's all you can do, right? And I was like, well, okay, yeah, sure. And then suddenly after that, I felt, after my private session with someone, I basically felt guided to go to YouTube, and then suddenly I got a notification to say that a certain person was live, and I thought, wow. And she was saying to me how I was inspired by this live channel, and I thought, well, I really want to interview her, so we can talk about stuff. We may not agree everything, but we got one agreement. And I thought, wow, one, and about the views and stuff. So I just thought, well, you know she's going to be an awesome person, because I feel that God's sending me there, because as I said, YouTube still has put people's viewers, even though you follow someone, you don't always get I don't know, not um um alert on your phone. Sometimes it's kind of weird, so basically, that's how it is, really. Thank you, Blazing Stars. So I just So yeah, this was a test pilot, really, because I said this for, let's try YouTube live, and see if she, the woman I was after my session, um, that it was like a truth channel called KJ channel, the scariest movie ever, and we just found each other, and so I thought, wow, she needed encouragement, I needed encouragement. We are real authentic people. We're not, we try to be real honest people about ourselves. We're not perfect and everything, and I was like thinking, well, this is awesome, right? So I'm hoping, I believe that I was there for the right time and place, even though YouTube is kind of I think you put YouTube music, and I think you cannot put music on YouTube, um play music on YouTube, and it's so they it's silence. So but so, and then I think, and then if something happened, so I just tried to add on, as I said, I'm trying to experiment um on this new YouTube features, because as I said, take advantage of what's going on, because I said, there's a reason why God is putting me having I was managed to get back on going live again um over a year ago, and there's a reason for it, and I'm not gonna waste any opportunity. I'm gonna make every opportunity that God's blessing. I know people say negative things about stuff, say, oh, the system, this and that, but I say God always hacks off the system. I even managed to get a certain amount of money in my bank account, because I just kind of like, this is how I survive the pandemic, because I said this is happening, but if it's God's will, then it will not happen to me. Basically, those are some things I was meditating on, talking about. At the moment, I'm kind of on a detox right now, because I kind of managed didn't manage to go out, so I'm just basically just having some green smoothie, and that I got from the shop, and some water. I know this is not the ideal water, but as I said, I'm just making the most of my circumstances right now. When I have the opportunity to get the best, the purest stuff, I would get the best purest. But I just basically God code things, right? You God code things. If you follow my YouTube description of education, what I followed people was put about God coding. Where you pray and meditate, and this and things will be purified. Even though we know about everything is in perfect and food and everything, but yeah, I just think, we make the most of the advantage that we have, and that's it. You know anyway, so I just ideally, I'm not the ideal weight. I am not able to go out much, and at the moment, haven't been able to communicate with most people, and sometimes I'm actually quite happy for that, because as I said, we need more real authentic people in our life, and I think the reason why God puts me on asked me to be called to go on social media to encourage people to be real, even though I may not have makeup, or 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 have or the fact that I may not wash my face that very day or something, I don't know, but but the fact that I show myself to encourage people to be real, and it's to be what God designed them to be, because we're in a life where people have gone beyond. I'm not saying it's okay. I believe there is like cosmetic surgery and having makeup to make you nice, but I mean, like, I'm gonna say, but these days I just think, we just need to go natural, be, be ourselves and stuff, because not every day you can have always perfection. Yes, it would be ideal, but you know, I just think I think I'm just there to encourage people to be brave, and encourage them to do this is what I believe my calling is just be example, to be light, and to be people, to be heroes, even though things are dreadful. We're in a horrible, evil society, but we can still be light. We still overcome things, and and it's important to keep on doing the things that God puts you, even though you may not get results, you may not get things, but as I said, I will keep on doing what God has asked me to do. I don't care about the amount of followers or anything. I just basically care just doing what my soul feels and what God has led me to do. So I just do that. even though people may agree with how I communicate with God or how I express myself. That's fine. That's their revelation. That's not mine. But there are times where I will know within my soul and my own communication with God if something's right or not. You know. But yeah, I think that's how it is. Um. But yeah, it's interesting that that everybody has to be 100% okay. They have to be this, and that's not like true self. You can't say these days like, "Oh, how are you really?" And then someone is like has to end up apologizing because they ask you that question and say, "Of course I'm not okay," and it's like, "Why do you ask them the bothered?" You right? Or you have a family member message you and say you're okay, and you sound and I'm thinking, "Oh my goodness, I wish I didn't say nothing." Then what's the point? You know, um, so I actually prefer people that don't to approach me unless they actually be open, which I know I'm quite scary person, I suppose. I've got that energy where pretty much I'm a bold person. If someone's gonna brainwash me, they know they can't do it. There was times in my life God sent me to places and I was get kicked out because virtually in physical places, um because the fact that I'm just so authentic. Even my soul cries because if I cannot be myself, even for 1 minute, and someone's trying to mold me someone, I will be depressed. It's funny though. Have you ever think about this? Like the reason why some most people, including children, are depressed is because they cannot be real. because because it's inconvenient, right? Inconvenient to say, "Oh, I need to go to the toilet." Right? Or because I remember this is before everybody had a computer, everybody had internet, was and had broadband and and satellite TV was I remember a time when it was my sister, it was in the early 90s, and it was about probably it was a first birthday holiday, and and my sister growing up, she ended up probably urinating herself as a child because the fact that it's not just her, it was other children, because the fact that they was not allowed to say, "Oh, excuse me, I need to go to the toilet," and I said, "You can't. You have to go beyond human. You have to hold on until we tell you," and that means you end up humiliating yourself because it's not convenient, right? Or you need to go to Sam and you can't go to the toilet because you're just a child and you need to go to the toilet, right? Because everybody's body is different, and or go to the toilet nearest, and that more like nearest toilet might be adult toilet, right? The stuff, but the thing is though, that's how it that's how that society screwed up, right? But it's so funny. It's just hilarious, really. It's hilarious. But yeah, I just think it's like it's really funny about that. Really, I just find it hilarious. You know, um, we can't express how we feel or need without being told you can't be real. You can't because it's inconvenient. Basically, it's inconvenient. So even down to people, why do you think failed marriages? It's because, or even down to failed, actually, even these days, it's very rare to people get married, but you know what I mean, failed relationships, are like someone separated or less likely length short relationships because they cannot be real. They have to be someone else, and then if the relationship doesn't actually be solid because the fact that it's short, right? Because the society has told them when they first was dating or when that person started to be real that the person doesn't like them anymore. They say, "Oh, actually, I don't like this person anymore because they changed." And I'm thinking, of course they changed because they now not going and be hiding themselves from management. They show their vulnerable self, and 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 then they don't like it. Because I remember just going to church communities, how many Christian communities that got married and then going divorced. A lot, believe me, a lot. Because society, when they go dating, there has to be a perfect way, a perfect say. You can't say this and that, and then they got divorced, and I'm thinking is more higher. Christianity marriage is even higher, because people have to lie about themselves, or the insecurity, or I got a problem, I got addiction. It's because if you say you got something wrong, or you're overcoming a problem, the person do not want to. I remember, and it's very fair, the real people who true unions, really in relationships, it's not just friendship, I mean even more, like it's someone, like I remember helping someone who was in union with someone who she was worried about marrying him because the fact that he got PSD because he was in the army, right? And I just said to him, you know, you believe in God, right? You really unconditionally love him. He loves you from your faults. And if you really love him, you will deal with him sleeping with a gun, him having a gun next to his bed, right? Because you unconditionally love. Because the thing is that we want love, we want relationships, but we want certain things, and then people, that hence why the fakery slips in, because people are ashamed of being what God made them, or what life made has made them, and that's the problem. And then so people are turning to actors, fashionable actors, you know. I was thinking about this because I was watching a post video about this actor, Disney actor, who was one of the society's victim of being child um sacrifice. I mean, like, you know, his childhood by being in the Disney program, and about how his mom was not autistic, and he was like, you know, the whole Britney thing, or, you know, his talented children, and, you know, his mother didn't care about his wealth or anything, just put him there, and, you know, he's an unseen victim, but the scars, right? And even now he was like saying about authenticity and stuff, and how it's very small amount of people can actually, he can talk to real people, and he realized he's overcome his addictions is by talk with people who talk real. Because there's an interview from this guy on YouTube, Diary or something, I can't remember, but that's the thing is, so if we want to have a healthy society, a real life, then we have to be real. Just be honest with you, you know. You know, if people do not set a real self, and I mean being real, it's being vulnerable basically. If someone doesn't want, it's like a baby, right? When you're born, you're real, 100% real, before people program you and stuff. And you know, once that person accepts them, and once they will actually, what I mean born, you know, after being conceived and accept carrying that person, and look after the life as a newborn baby, they have to accept everything. They still have to love and take care of them, feed them, everything. It is not being selfish, right? But yeah, I just but yeah but yeah I'll let I will check you out, Blazing Skills, Sky. But yeah, I just thought I'd just get this message out, because I think it's more important to encourage people reality and the consequences not being real. You know, knowing, even intimate people, even with family members who are born in family members, they find it hard to be real themselves. It's very, you know, and being real, it means being unconditionally loved. You know, it's unconditional love. You know, I think that's one thing. I think one thing about with my Instagram is it's all about, when God put me that name, Pure Love Essence, was a divinity name to show what pure love is, you know, and the essence of what pure love essence is, you know, the pure love of essence in life, and you're living in it, you know. but yeah, but but yeah, I just think, you know, that's how we are really, you know. That's what I have to say. There's nothing else because it sounds late. I'm tired, but thank you for those who are watching, my frenemies as well as my enemies, and my handlers if they are watching. Hello, I know you. I see you. God is not it's fooling you. You know, I know you come in and out, but with stuff, but you know, but the real people who are actually generally here, I know that God has sent you, and this peace and respect, you know, to you, um, and I know why life you don't fit in the style because you're 100% real, basically, and keep on being real. Because if you want general things in life, just like the food and everything, it's 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 going natural and and authentic in every way. That's the real beauty of life, basically, and the real joy in life. It's not this fake stuff where you feel you have to do give yourself fake dopamines, or you know, because the thing, you know, you find peace and joy within. No matter what's going on, you generally find joy, even though life is hectic, right? But you you know, you got one or two people, even if it's maybe just online, right? You got a one genuine person you talk to and connect to, even if it's just that one time in that one time in your life of that day, that you talk to that person and say, hey, I'm here on the trench field just like you. We may not agree or believe everything the same, but we have one core belief or two or three, and that's enough to encourage a band of brothers and sisters who are born in the image of God to say, hey, let's be real, and let's be authentic, and know a true origin of life, and live authentically, you know. And you know, because that's a real that's a real strength of humanity, right? You know. Anyway, um okay, all right, peace out everyone, bye.